Audere es facere. To dare is to do. That is the club motto of my hometown team, as you can see here, Tottenham Hotspur. And we did not do that on Sunday at all. It's something where I was so disappointed and I was so upset in the way that we performed versus Arsenal. And it kind of led me to think about my own trading, how I've been trading. As you can see here, my other account is gone. This one is hanging on by a thread, but the account that I have been trading on, that one was blown. It was blown on a good trade, but I would still say that it is my fault of allowing it to get to that point. My whole thing right now is that I don't want to run away anymore. I was telling my girlfriend this earlier today that whenever I am not doing well or whenever I'm not in the best place, the thing that I want to do is take a break from whatever it is. I want to take a break from this. I want to take a break from that. And it doesn't help me. Most of the time, it doesn't help if I'm doing it often. One break or a couple breaks here and there, completely okay. But if I want to take a break now while I'm in the trenches of the battle that's going on between myself and myself, then all I'm doing is running away. All I'm doing is saying that, you know what, I'm just going to put it to the side. Whenever it's not bothering me anymore, I'm going to come back and I'm going to figure it out. But I need to be able to figure it out now. There's so many things that I want to do leading up into, well, in 2026, but also leading up into 2026. And I want to be able to prove to myself that I know how to trade, that I am a good trader, that I can be consistently profitable. And the one thing that is holding me back is myself. I am the obstacle. I am the person that is getting in my own way. I am the person that is not allowing myself to succeed. I am the person that is not allowing myself to see the success that I want to see. It is so difficult and it's so hard. Trading is a hard game in itself, but someone that's been trading for about a year or so, probably if they've done their due diligence and they've studied well, they probably know how to trade their strategy pretty well. The difference between a consistently profitable trader and an inconsistent trader is the fact that their mindset is so different. I've been reading The Biggest Loser and I've understood that you can't be normal whenever it comes to trading. You can't think in the normal way. I used to play competitive high school basketball, and in that, I would always think that there was a way to win, that I needed to tweak something, especially if my shot isn't going in or team isn't doing well. There had to be something in order for myself to win. And I don't disagree with that whenever it comes to everyday life, whenever it comes to other things outside of trading. But when it comes to trading, it is not like that whatsoever. And it is such a mentality flip, it's such a mentality switch that it's so hard for me to handle at this point in time. I just cannot grasp it. I always feel like if I lose, I need to change something. If I lose, I need to improve on something. If I lose, there's something that I did wrong. But that's not the case, is it? The case of a trader that's consistently profitable is that they come into the markets understanding that one, I'm only going to take what I'm going to take. Two, my risk is going to be within my appropriate standards. I'm not going to over risk. Three, once I'm in a trade, I accept my risk and whatever happens, happens. And that's really the difference between myself right now and the consistent, profitable version of myself later on that will occur soon. That's the difference. And because I'm not there right now, it's making everything so difficult for me. It's making everything so hard for me. And I'm struggling to just do what I need to do. But like I said to start this video, to dare is to do. Right now, I am not daring myself to do what I need to do. I am just coming into the markets with no respect. I'm coming into the markets thinking, I take a trade, it is what it is. I'm not treating this like a business. I am not being a proper CEO of my own business. And it's hurting me. It's hurting my profits, it's hurting my sustainability, it's hurting my mindset, my mentality, it's hurting everything. This is something that I need to change. So how can I do that? How can I follow that motto that my club seems to fail over and over again at? But how can I myself follow that? How can I myself say, to dare is to do? I need to follow my rules. I need to do all those things I talked about that consistently profitable traders do. I need to not over risk. I need to make sure that I'm following my rules. I need to make sure that I'm waiting for what I want. I need to make sure that I accept my risk. These are the things that are plaguing me. And when I took that trade last night, I actually took 3 trades last night. We'll get into it. But when I took those trades, man, I can tell you right now, I was seeing the market so well. First trade was a winner. And it went against my rules in the sense of not trading with the trend, but I have been practicing this counter trend play where I only go to VWAP and then that's it. And it worked out so perfectly, right? And I'm sure at some point in 2026 I can add that to the arsenal, figure out the right parameters for that specific style to work using volume profiles still. And I'm sure at some point I'll be really good at that too, but I'm not right now. But it worked last night. But instead of just locking my account and saying, hey, like we just made back whatever we lost on the tilt day, what I did was I said, well, I'm seeing the market. This is my normal trade that I would normally take. And I took it. And I lost on it, right? And that's when I spiraled. And that's when I just decided to throw away the account. And that's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, the trade actually ended up working out. I just didn't keep my original stop loss because I risked too much. So let's go ahead and talk about the trade because you won't be able to see it. The initial trade that I should have taken that I did not take was this right here. I actually had it to take, but I was unprepared coming into the market. Instead, I was in the bathroom. Look, when duty calls. But at the same time, too, I need to be better than that. I need to be prepared. If it's 8 o'clock, I need to be in front of my screens, in front of my monitor. I planned this out. I said what I wanted at the time for us to come close to value area high, right, which was about 72.5, maybe a little bit higher than that, maybe 73, let's say 73. ATR at the time was 2. We came about 1 away, or 1 ATR away, 2 points away, came down, significantly rejecting prior day point of control and VWAP. So normally my trade would have happened here, and then we would have just rode this all the way down, right? I would have aimed for prior week value area low, boom, take our trade, we're done. But I missed it, right? So the whole time I was waiting for a trade to set up. I saw how we consolidated here at these value area low levels. You have prior day value area low, prior week value area low, and current session value area low. This is obviously a really prime place for discounts, even though we are in a downtrend. So the counterplay is to see once we start confirming higher, right, is to see if we are able to push past those levels and go back to VWAP because gold loves VWAP. They love to either bounce there for support or hit there for resistance. At this point in time, right here, I see us coming up a little bit. I'm looking to see if we break lower, right, before we start heading up. So we start bouncing from here, right? Possible double bottom. And at this point, I'm looking for an entry to enter. Boom, we end up getting it right here. I enter right here. All we're aiming for is this, right? If we can get that, great. We do, boom, it works, right? So then now, after seeing this, I end up taking a short. I added a lot more here, so it was right after this trade had played out. Perfect. Coming back down, it starts heading higher and stops me out, right? I put my stop loss right here above this pivot point. It stopped me out. So at that point, I was like, like that's terrible. Meanwhile, my original stop loss was actually up here. But because I added so much thinking we had confirmed lower, which we never did, right? A confirmation occurs once you pull back up and then you head lower, right? Or if you're heading higher, You head up, you come back, and then you continue higher. That's a confirmation for myself. Because that never happened, I got stopped out. I risked a little bit too heavy. My stop loss should have originally been up here at these levels above value area high. We come back up to value area high. We test it again, giving myself another opportunity, right? Because volume profile is dynamic, and end up coming to my target. So it is just one of those things that I have to understand that whenever I follow my rules, I win. I do such a great job. But I am the one person that's getting in front of all of the success that is waiting for me. Everything that is waiting for me, it is my fault and my issue. When you're continuously doing something wrong and you're continuously not allowing yourself to win, at this point, it's not even your fault. It's literally what you believe. And that is why I titled this video, or the second part of this title is, well, I actually don't know what it is exactly. I'm sure I'll figure it out, but it has something to do with changing my beliefs or changing like how I feel in terms of like my belief system. My belief system right now is that I can do all of these things and still make money. That I can overtrade, I can over risk, I can take a setup that's not actually my setup. I can do all of these things, and I'm telling you right now because I want to share this with myself in the future, right? Because I will come back to this video, it'll probably be an Easter egg hunt part of it. But what I would tell you right now, Vic, and to anyone else who's still listening to this video, the reason why we continue to mess up, the reason why we continue to do all these things that really doesn't align with a consistently profitable trader is the fact that we actually believe that these things will help us. Whenever people do something wrong in trading, they actually think that that's going to help them. They know that it's not the right thing to do, but their mind is not on the same page with their rational thinking. And that's what causes that cognitive dissonance that I'm currently in right now. I feel like I know what I'm doing. I actually feel like I'm a good trader. I feel like I'm one click away from being consistently profitable, from having these 1K, 2K, 5K months. But this is the thing that is getting in my way now. I'm not afraid to trade with size anymore. I know exactly what my strategy looks like. I know exactly what I need to do to win more often than not. But I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just tilting. I'm just throwing accounts away. I'm just like, oh, whatever. I don't really care. Like, no, like, I need to understand that there's a reason why that I believe that the way that I've been trading will help me more than the way that I've written down and I know will actually help me. I was on the Stoicism subreddit the other day and I read something that has to do with this. And I really do think it's helpful. So I'm going to read that here for you guys. There is no rational and irrational mind in Stoicism. There's only one mind slash soul and virtue, which is the presence of a material thing, while vice is the absence of this same thing called virtue. So if you're caught in a cycle, it's because you lack the virtue to know better. Nothing is being hijacked by something nefarious. We're all compelled by what we believe to be good and without error. The fools that we all are erroneously believe some things to be good, which we can't defend if we were asked by a wise person. So when you reflect and you feel compelled towards something, ask yourself why you believe it is the best way to satisfy your well-being. And if you question the virtue in it, how do you know that it is without virtue? If you can't do that, first you have to educate yourself further and then test if you can believe the things the Stoics call good. Only your natural aversion to error and your desire towards truth can compel someone. So basically, what is this saying? It's basically saying that, again, in Stoicism, we have virtue and we have vice, right? Virtue is the thing that Stoics consider to be good, like the thing that we should be aiming for in life, right? Virtue has a different meaning depending on who you are as a person. I think it's so great that I can apply this to trading itself, right? Because in trading, what does good mean? For someone that hasn't really been trading, or maybe someone from the outside, or they have the wrong mindset, someone will tell you that good or virtue in trading is making money, winning, making sure that you're having these big months. But that's not virtue. Virtue in trading is something where you're consistently sticking with your rules. You're taking the good trades. You're being patient. You're waiting for your setup. You're only taking your model. You're not over risking. You're not doing whatever. That's virtue. And virtue and the good in trading will lead to proper results, will lead to you actually doing well. The vice is doing whatever you want, is thinking that whatever you want, doing whatever you want will lead to these big days, will lead to these big months. That is not the case. It's not the case at all. So I really want to stress that the reason why we act like that is because we actually feel like that is the best way to go about it, as the quote that I was just reading as well said. When you reflect and you feel compelled towards something, ask yourself why you believe it, or why you believe it is the best way to satisfy your well being. Why is it that I feel like over risking? Why is it that I feel like not taking my setup is the best way for me to trade, that it's the best way for me to move forward in my trading career? My mind is not telling me that, but my feelings, which is affecting my mind, is telling me that. Why is that? And I have to be able to get to that root cause of the problem, because honestly, I cannot answer for a fact why that's the case. All I know is that I just want to make money, and I feel like it's affecting that. I feel like myself saying I want to make money, I need to make money, is affecting that. Another conclusion that I've made over the weekend is that it's not bad to think about the money. It's okay, but you cannot allow that to affect yourself and affect your emotions when trading. If you're in a trade and you're supposed to take or go to break even at a certain point, go to break even. If you're in a trade and you're only supposed to risk this much, only risk that much. Don't risk more because you want to make more. These are all the things that, for me, compiles into to dares to do, to actually do the right thing, to actually be a consistently profitable trader. So going forward, I am blowing everything up. I am going to blow this account. I know it sounds crazy. That would be some crazy clickbait if I started the video off like that. I'm going to blow this account. This account's already blown, by the way. It's already done. So this account probably won't be here the next time I set up a video. I have this account, which I actually need to trade soon. So I have that one, this one, and this one. So they're all in the same boat here. So I need to trade these guys. So I'll start with this one. This one will become my main account. I'll start trading this one. Start fresh. Tuesday, technically Monday night for me. Start fresh. Really hone in on making sure that my belief system is the thing that changes, because it's not my trading. I know how to trade. I am a good trader, and I will live with that, and I will say that my belief in that is unshakable. But my belief system is a thing that needs work. My belief system is a thing that needs improvement. And it will come. And I think that speaking about it here today and making this video is the first step in the right direction. Last thing I'll say, besides me blowing that other account, I do have 4 XFAs. Actually, this is the second to last thing I'll say. So I do have 4 XFAs. I have to activate one, so my timer is ticking since I blew the last one. Topstep will now recognize that I only have 4 accounts, which will soon go to 3. So I have 30 days to activate it, so I will activate it. Topstep changed some rules. I'll probably make a video on that too, just because I see a lot of people talking about, oh, it's not good, Topstep nerfed it, blah, blah, blah. But I kind of want to, I want to do some more research on why people are thinking that way, but it just seems like you just got to make more money above your payout balance after you take your payout. So like, let's say that my payout balance was $2,000. I take a payout of $1,000. I'll go into it later, but I'll talk about that at some point. Um, buddy system, buddy system. Is that what it's called? Your buddy in the Discord will be coming out soon. So we'll probably be finishing that up sometime this week. And then the last thing I wanted to say, which I don't remember anymore, is that I don't remember. That's a funny thing about doing these videos live. Um, oh, the last thing I wanted to say is that this winter training arc has been so difficult. But that's the point. You don't go into training, especially too, like think of it as like a boot camp. This has been like a boot camp for me. I don't go into a boot camp thinking that everything is going to go well, that I already know what I need to know. I go into a boot camp understanding that there's ways that I am not doing well and I need to be broken down in order for myself to be better leaving the boot camp. Now, this training arc has only started for, or it's only been around for over 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks now, and I've been getting my butt kicked, absolutely. But man, I can tell you that in this month of November, I've learned so much about myself, so much about my trading, and what I actually need to do to be successful. That I think that even though my butt has been kicked and I've been broken down and beaten up by the markets, I've realized that it's mostly myself that's doing that to myself. If I can get over that with my mentality and my belief system, it's going to be a completely different trader. And we will start that today. We will start that today. So, lastly, going forward with the account. So, like I said, I have four, right? We're going to start trading this one. I think this one because it has a balance of negative 48. So, we'll start trading this one today. Um, but I will be moving on to 150Ks. So, Topstep now has changed their pricing system as well. So it'll be $189 per month just to go from 50K to funded account or 150K from funded accounts with no activation fee. And I have a 40% off discount that I have not used yet. So that would end up being $76 for a 150K with no activation fee if I can pass it first time. That's going to be absolutely insane. And I think I have a one reset left. So I have two chances at it. So we're going to be moving on to that. But not yet. I want to focus on these funded accounts, focus on my trading, focus on daring and doing, and see where that takes me until the end of the year before that discount expires December 31st. So I got to make sure I use it soon. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video today. I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys are trading well. And yeah, come on, you Spurs.